What's up, guys? It's Chris.
What's up, guys? It's Eli.
Heck yeah, Mental Health Anonymous. Couple guys talking about some real life stuff. Trying to help everybody in the entire world, uh, and make people happy one day at a time. Trying to help everybody that we can. So if you're tuned in, check us out, comment, interact with us, let us know, hit us up. Um, Today, let's see, Mental Health Anonymous, episode 6. Right, Eli?
Yeah,
6?
it is
6?
six.
Well, the last one we went on a hiking thing, so I don't know if that counts as a full episode because it was only like a 4-minute video of our whole trip. So, but this will be Mental Health Anonymous, mental health and communication. So this is gonna be a cool one. But before we get started on the topic, I just want to recap for anybody who didn't check us out. There's the video before this one. Me and Eli took a crazy mental health hike last
Yeah.
week, and it was wild. It was such a good time, but it was insane. Eli lied the whole time. The whole time he lied. It
What?
was it was insane. He said it was leisurely and that it wasn't going to be anything crazy. And as soon as we started, it was nuts. I had to take a break like literally 2 minutes into it. It was crazy. And the whole time up, he was like, "We're almost there. Don't worry." He kept repeating it. He just kept saying, "Oh, we're almost there. Don't worry. Don't worry about it."
No, I had to make sure that we were in fact almost there when I asked a couple people walking down, "Hey, how far are we from the top? Hey, how far are we from the top?" And they would let us know, we're about halfway there, or they'd be like,
Eli's done this hike before, twice before this. I just want to say that. So he knew what it was. He knew what it was in for, and he said that was leisurely.
I just
So
didn't
stay.
read the Google description, and that's what I should have read. I should have just went on Google and read the description of the hike because my description was completely off
Completely different.
what it says on
That
Google.
was challenging for me. That was challenging.
Yeah.
I don't.
Maybe for most people it's challenging, but like I said, there's people that run up the trail. So
Yeah, and 20 years ago, I would have been one of them, but it's not today. But even so, it was still a lot of fun. And as far as mental health, it was just great because, springtime, summertime is right here for us. We're in New York, and it's been a long winter. So that was like the first sweat. That was like the first big sweat for me anyway. Um, and it was a blast, and it was totally worth it when we got to the top. Like the view was insane, and it was sick, and you could just lay there and chill. Like we just chilled. We kicked back for like an hour plus before we walked back down. Honestly, the walk back down was harder than the walk up somehow. I don't even know if that's how that's supposed to go. I thought the walk down was supposed to be easier. It wasn't. I sweat so much more on the way down, and my knees were shaking. My knees were literally trembling the entire time.
yeah.
So that was scary. Thank God it ended when it did because I don't know if I could have did another 5 minutes of climbing down rocks, bro. I wanted to. It was in my soul, but it wasn't in my knees. So that's crazy to say. I'm 36. I guess I'm just in rough shape though. So anyway, we had a great time, man, and definitely anybody who listens to us, I hope that you get out and you're doing something and just stay moving. A lot of people work, stay busy with work and exercise, so I guess you guys don't really need to, but definitely take time out to do cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Go for a hike. Not something as hard as that, but you know, stay tuned because we're gonna go on a leisurely hike. I'm gonna take Eli on a leisurely hike
Oh yeah.
here in a week or two, and it's gonna be sweet. And we'll record that, and you'll see how much easier it is. Um, so we're gonna do that, and that's gonna be sick. Mm. Also, something I want to start doing. in the beginning of these videos or podcasts is like a check-in. So I want people to kind of get familiar with the idea of what a check-in is, right? So when me and Eli were incarcerated and we were in these programs like AVP, the Alternative to Violence program, um, and the RTA, Rehabilitation Through the Arts, two like super duper incredible programs. If you're right-minded and you're trying to do the right things in there, these programs are you need them for survival. They're survival tools. Uh if you're right-minded and you're just trying to better yourself and do the right things. So we had a lot of fun, but super like intensive therapeutic um classes and groups and meetings. I don't know however you'd want to call them. But what we did at the beginning of all these things was always a check-in. And so it don't got to be nothing crazy. And there it was a lot different because there's about 10 plus people at any given time, right? Could be 30 people. So you don't want to do crazy check-ins. So it's a little bit harder with just me and Eli. But check-in is just like, you'll do like a question of the day, you'll do just a word of the day, like tell me how your day was, and it's nothing intense. Like it's not, you don't got to say it's a word, it's a sentence, it's a phrase. It's not, don't explain your day, just what sum it up. So today we'll just start with a word, like a word of the day for today for me. So my check-in for what I'm gonna say is positive, right? Like there's positive was I had a great day today. I had a great day today. It wasn't the greatest day by any means, but it was still a good day. I'm thankful for every day that I'm not in prison. Um but today was better than most days, I'd say, and it was good. So I got some good news today. Um that I'll share with people hopefully in a couple months and we'll see what happens. So I pass that off to Eli. Eli, check it in. Give me like a word, give me a day. Check it in, bring it in. What was the
Um,
day?
my day.
One word and then explain it. Because it's just the
Um,
two of us, so we could explain it a little bit.
one word. One word for today. What will my word be?
It's a little bit harder out here, right? Because
Yeah,
you experience so much more out here.
yeah,
We haven't done a fucking check-in out here, right? Like, isn't
yeah.
that wild? This is our first real life check-in.
Checking. And a
And
word.
and a word for the day. You can't, right? There's so much that happens in a day. It's like,
I think optimal.
wow, explain that, elaborate.
Yeah, optimal. When I think about that, I feel like optimizing is a word that kind of like is like the action word for optimal, and I've just been moving around a lot, like since Friday nonstop. So it's been
Shout it
a
out. Tell them.
yeah. Well, I got a new job. I got a new job, and
What are you doing?
I'm working at a restaurant, and it's my first front of the house restaurant job. So, um, and they put me to work on the first day. Like I got interviewed, and then they asked me
Eli went in for an interview at 9:30 in the morning and didn't get out of work
to
until
like
11:30 at night on
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, and then they asked me to go in on Saturday, and then they asked me to come back in on Sunday, and then same thing on Monday, and so I did. I did, and I don't know how I got through those days, but I
Did you
did.
love it though? Did you love it?
I didn't love it. I can't say I loved it. Um I was like learning a lot, you know, just figuring out where things are and like how things work, figuring out their system, and just making sure that I was showing up and doing work. Like I just wanted to show them that I'm reliable.
And part of a team
Yeah, and part of
player,
a team.
right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Learning names.
You got to be able to fit in with the team. You got to be able to keep up with the team, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So, and
and
you
they're
did
good.
that. You
I
did
did.
that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have asked you to come back all
Yeah,
them days.
yeah,
They'd have told you. don't come in on
They
Saturday.
actually asked one of the new people yesterday on Monday to follow me. Like,
Oh wow,
yeah, like follow him. You know, he's gonna show you blah 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 blah. And I was like,
that's
what?
sick. That's sick.
And
That's sick.
and
Super, super happy for Eli. Super proud of Eli. I've boasted about the restaurant industry to Eli for years and years. And I was involved in the restaurant industry for almost 15 years of my life. And Eli just this is his first taste of it, and I'm so excited for him because I know what it is. And it's good times and it's fun and it's money and it's camaraderie and like
yeah,
you'll see, dude.
I had to go to Burlington to get a couple of like shirts and black pants and so I'm excited for it because it's a new start for me and I need it right now, especially with rent. But
Yeah,
it's a whole new journey that it's not like breaking up the mundane uh like cycle that I've been in, but in a way, like the first job that I have right now, the catering job it's not enough. So I needed something else, and this kind of came as an opportunity, and I took it, and I'm rolling with it, and I'm gonna continue to roll with it throughout the summer, definitely throughout the summer because I know it's gonna be busy, and yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
new,
love it.
so
You're gonna love it by the end of it. The
so I'm
restaurant
gonna be
industry is.
optimizing on this opportunity.
I'm so excited
Yeah,
for Eli, dude. I'm so excited for
yeah.
Eli. Yeah, optimizing. Yeah, we went off on that. That's my bad. I talk so much sometimes.
You're good.
Um, yeah, so sick. Yeah, that's good. So, yo, if you guys watch this stuff, like check in, man. I don't know if you want to check in on the comments. We're gonna try and do like this live stuff, man, but we want to be interactive with people. So check in, tell us about your day. You got one word. It could be any word. Good, bad, in between. We try to boast positivity, right? We just try to speak positivity. You find the good in everything, no matter what, every single day. Smile about it, laugh about it, enjoy it because it's not for everybody. Not everybody woke up today. Not everybody's going to wake up tomorrow. And we're here and we have the chance to be happy and to be positive. So, no matter how shitty life gets and how, real the circumstances are, you got to remember that you're always blessed, right? And if you've got love and you've got someone or you've got a few people in your life that you can trust and confide in or then you're ahead of the game, man. You're out here, you're breathing. You have the ability to wake up every day and do something incredible. You don't do it overnight, but man, you could take s- excuse me, that soda. You could take the steps to do it, starting tomorrow, anything that you want. If there's something that you don't like about your life, you have the absolute full control, freedom, and ability to change it today, tomorrow, when you wake up. And the freedom of that is beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Also shout out to America. We're the greatest country on the face of the planet. There's people out there in other countries that you couldn't fathom what they're going through, really. Their struggle is so much different, right? Their struggle. Think about what it would be like to live in a different country. If you live here in America, think about what it would be like to come from somewhere that isn't as spoiled as us. We have a good life. We have a really good life. So, um, yeah. All right, staying on track. Mental health and communication. Uh Something that I've been wanting to talk about, Eli's been wanting to talk about, and it just so happened to come up tonight in our own in our own talks. Like we were talking before about some personal stuff going on. And the conclusion of that was like isn't it insane what the proper effective communication could have done, right? And that I think that that is so true and necessary in every single part of your day and aspect of life, right? Is that You can communication is the most, not the most, maybe. I don't know about the most, but it's such an effective tool, right? If you have the power and the ability to communicate effectively, right? And it's not better than others, it's not anything like that, but sometimes you have to make up for other people's lack of communication, right? So then you've got to do two, three, four, five, 10 times the amount of communicating. There's so much that goes into communicating, right? It's not just talking. It's a lot of listening. It's a lot of hearing what someone is saying. It's a lot of empathizing, feeling, right? You want to understand what people are saying. So you've got to always try to put yourself in those shoes. Um, and people say, look, the cliche is that communication is key, right? But the truth to that cliche is that there's a lot of other things that go into communication. To be able to communicate effectively, you've got to be able to negotiate, compromise, right? You've got to be able to maneuver and navigate around someone else's lack of, or maybe not even lack of, but way of communicating, right? Um it might not be the right way, right? It might not be the most, their way might not be the most effective way. So you've got to make up for that.
That's a good
And
point.
you can do that. You can do that. Everyone has the ability to speak and to control a conversation and to um pull, you know what I'm saying, the right things out of someone, or just to give the right feedback. Sometimes communication is just people don't want to hear anything back. They don't need advice. They don't want advice. They just want someone to unload on, right? They just want someone to vent to, and yo, here's why this.
That's a lot. That's a lot of
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah. Communication is incredibly necessary um and amazing when you can do it effectively, right? You can impress anyone with your means of communicating, right? So leaving an impression on important, I mean important people, so I mean in job interviews and in situations in daily life, when you run into it, it could be anything, it could be literally, I mean from the ground up, I mean the whole thing, from the ground to the parole board, you know what I'm saying, to the president. Like, you've just got to be able to communicate effectively.
So what can people do to start communicating effectively if they're not doing that?
Shut up. That's the best. That's Be quiet. Listen. Listen to what's going on, and think about what you're going to say before you say it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not always the first. People jump into impulsive words, right? And words can hurt, and the way that you handle certain situations is all based on your reactions and words. So, and communication, right? And communication is more than just words too. It's body language, it's facial expressions, it's vibes, it's energy, right? It's so much more than just words too. So,
Yeah, so you
um,
bring up a good point because most people when they think about communicating and they're thinking about talking and like when you have your own opinions, you're gonna express them. You're gonna express your opinions in whatever which way you choose to express them. Sometimes it might not be uh the most meaningful or the most impressive, I guess, way to communicate, but when you're expressing yourself and people don't know, like realize that they're not listening while they're communicating, I think a lot does get lost in translation there, and a lot of people misunderstand things when they're having these talks with people. And like you said, it could be interviews, it could be the relationships that you have in daily life. And I think a lot of the times it gets mixed in text messages when,
Text messages are the worst way to argue with someone. They're the
yeah.
worst way to communicate effectively. Texts are good for like banter and back and forth chit chat. Text messaging is not meant for important, necessary, vital contact and information, right? It's not meant it's not meant
Yeah.
for that.
You don't
So
get to
much.
see you don't get to see the person's
No,
body language, and you don't get to see how
no.
your words are affecting them or not
Right.
affecting them. You don't get to see their facial expressions.
You also might not be able to get your point across the right way effectively, right? So, a lot gets lost in a text message. People can't hear your tone. People can't see the smirk on your face. People can't, hear that it was just a comment or whatever. You
There
know
have
what I'm
been
saying?
so
So,
many times where my text messages got misinterpreted so
right,
many times.
right.
And there's especially while I was incarcerated, because we didn't have the opportunity to call. And I'm not yeah, I'm a lot better in person when having conversations like that and being funny or like having humor in my conversations, and it does get lost, especially when it's new people and they don't really know you like that. It's hard to text them and you don't know if you should put a period or an exclamation point, or you don't know if you should put a comma or dot 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 because you're gonna get mixed up.
Yeah. That's crazy, right? And it's so crazy what exclamation points can do to a sentence too. You could change the whole energy of a sentence with one or two or 50 exclamation points, right?
Yeah.
So,
But I think we're talking more about like in-person communication, right?
right, yeah, no, that's so serious things have to be done at least over the phone. At least over the phone. Always in person, but at least over the phone. But and being an effective communicator is hearing people's words and their thoughts and hearing them out and letting them say what they have to say and then kind of analyzing what is the best way to respond back, right? So like I said before, I don't know if I even finished that thought. It was, you know sometimes it's not always the first, second, third, or fourth, or fifth thing that you think about that's the right answer and right way to handle it. So you've got to really take your time and navigate and you can't react. Like you've got to be aware of your facial reactions and your body language at all times and your mannerisms. And there's so much that goes into effective communication, but it can be so freaking beneficial. It can be so positive and so beneficial. Um, for anyone, for anything. And so here's the thing, right? I've always been kind of a people person, right? I always worked in restaurants. I always enjoyed meeting people, talking to people, networking, right? And just enjoying it, right? And so I learned a lot of my navigating communication skills in the restaurant industry. And so I credit that and I've got a cool personality. I'm all right, I think. To being able to communicate effectively. And I'm not the best communicator. It's always like so many other things in life, communication is a work in progress till you die. Right? You're gonna just like patience or like you know what I'm saying? For me, a big one is just keeping my mouth shut, like just shutting up. I'm so big on just shut up. I tell my son that all the time, and I don't tell him to shut up. I'm telling him that the best advice that I can ever give him is like in a quote, like in a cliche, like uh, just shut up because you can let other people do the work for you too in communication, right? And you could just give them one word responses and lead them and drag them and pull them in any different direction. And it goes in so many scenarios. I don't mean in bad ways. I don't necessarily mean in bad ways. I don't necessarily mean in good ways, right? But in all ways, you are able to control and navigate um communication. Anyone can be an effective communicator. All you've got to do is pay attention. Pay attention. Talk less, hear more. I talk a lot. I am a talker. Once I get going, I don't shut up. Um, but we have good talks, man. I enjoy doing this. I love doing this podcast thing because it's therapeutic for me too. And so I don't really believe in that cliche of like you know you can't help someone else until you help yourself first. Why can't you help yourself while you help others? That's so gratifying to be helpful to others and to do. Dude, I used to do so much volunteer work like on my own just because I've been in those situations and I wanted to give back, right? Like I wish that somebody would have just been, there's so many good people that volunteer their time. Like I can't wait to actually volunteer again. So I've been home now just over a year. I haven't done any volunteer work, but I think about it all the time. It's a constant thought. And all it takes is a little bit of action. So that's a goal for me. That's a goal for me to maybe do some volunteer work before the end of the year, maybe this summer, maybe the holidays. I used to always volunteer like the soup kitchen for the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. I enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, I was about to
Um,
say they have food pantries and stuff during the holidays that you can volunteer at.
yeah. When I was young and I was in a group home when I was young, we did Habitat for Humanity a couple times, bro,
Mm.
and that was super cool. So, plus I just like to give back, right? I think and definitely at this point in my life, like I want to be remembered for something good and I want to I want to be the reason that people smile. I want to make people's lives brighter. I want to help. I'm here to help. And I know that Eli's here to help right along with me. And that's what we intend to do here. And so um communicate with us. Communicate effectively with us. If you've got things to talk about, talk about them. Share your thoughts on what we talk about in the comments. Like I said, we're trying to build up our following on TikTok. We've got about 460 followers right now on TikTok. Um, and then we want to start doing some lives where we can just kind of talk on here just like this, but people can jump in. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that would be sick, and we can talk about other people's lives. Um, I have no problem talking about my life, um, or being open and honest about my life, but I think a lot of people do. A lot of people are scared, or maybe not even that people are scared or afraid of feeling vulnerable or anything like that. Maybe people just don't have the right people. So, um, come join us, man. Come listen to the things that we talk about and participate with us. And hopefully, you guys can take. There's got to be some sort of gem in the things that we say that somebody can take and use in their and apply in their own real life. Um, Everything that I've been through has been crazy and chaotic. I could talk about my life forever. Forever. I could tell stories about my life forever. Good and bad ones, man. Good and bad. So both. And both are super extreme. It's like super extremely good and super extremely bad. Um and we'll talk all about my life. I'm down to talk about my life, and I know Eli's here to do the same and to be here for everyone else. And Mental Health Anonymous, I want it to be something so special for everyone. You know, communicate, communication. It's crazy what the power of communication does and doesn't do. Like it's crazy what the lack of communication does. but it destroys things. The lack of communication destroys things. Relationships, friendships, family, like it destroys stuff. The lack of or not enough, not
It-
saying the right things when it's time.
yeah.
I believe in affection. I believe in tons and tons of affection. And to the kids, you got to let the kids know that they're loved and that you're proud of them, and um let them know, like, boast about it, and let them know and let them feel good and make them feel good. Um that's big for the kids, man. Communicate to the kids. The kids, the kids are important. Keep them right. Keep the kids right. Don't ruin the kids. So, what you got, Eli? I see you over there wanting to talk. I'm just rattling off.
Nah,
Jump in whenever you want to jump in.
nah, I'm listening.
Sorry,
I'm listening.
I
It's
bounce all over the place.
Yeah, it's been good. So like the couple of points that you made were to, just have for better communication is to just listen and analyze what people are saying and understand what people are saying and what their points are. And I think there's a lot of times where when you're communicating, there could be disagreements. Um, and that's okay. Like disagreeing on things is okay, and it's important to have disagreements because that gives you an opportunity to like level, you know, have your opinions shared and they matter in those situations where you might not disagree with something. And if you do and you don't communicate them, like you said, that it could ruin things. You become, what's the word? You become resentful and um
Being
mean, yeah.
negative, and it's
Yeah,
not
and angry and upset
right.
with the other person, and they might not know it. Um, me, it's like you said, it's a work in progress. Like I haven't been always a good communicator, and I didn't have um like my jobs that I had did teach me communication. I worked at like coffee shops and stuff like that, but in my personal life, my communication wasn't as great. I didn't have the best communication with my friends and my family. I think at one point I did, when I was in high school, I was like great at, just being me and communicating and listening to people and understanding what they needed and what they said. And I think a lot of the times people would say I was a good communicator because I would just listen, and my words of advice would just they would be mostly my ear, like that would be what people would be drawn to, and they understood that I wouldn't judge them, um
Mm,
and I wouldn't have, something negative to say in response. Um but there comes a point in time where you do disagree with people, and when you care about them, you let them know. You let them know that their decision might not be the best one that they make, um, and you want to help them in some way. And I think that there's ways where you can communicate that and without it being an argument. Um, but like you said, it's a work in progress, and I'm getting better at that. I'm not the best at that, especially now. I don't like arguments. Um, I don't like having arguments. I don't like what happens when I get angry in arguments.
yeah,
So yeah.
absolutely. It's better to just remain calm at all times, and the no judgment thing is big too, right? Like, but we come from a place where who are we to judge, right? So I think everybody judges everybody, but um in real life you can, right? So there's always like first impression judgment, right? But you can't judge anybody, man. You can never judge a book by its cover, or you got to give people a chance. So no judgment and is so big these days, man. People been through hell. Listen, please don't judge me. I'm the easiest person on the face. Look, if you wanted to judge me by my life and on paper and what is the stories and the words and the rumors about me, then it's easy to hate me. It's gonna be easy to hate me. But if you know me, then you probably love me or hate me, but hopefully love me. Um, I have great people in my life that get the very best side of me, I think, and maybe not all the time. And I'm sorry to those people who don't always get my best side, but that love me and help me in my life and guide me and show me life, you know. If you're listening to us, this is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge anybody. We don't want to be judged either. But what I ask, what we ask is that you don't judge people in your life, man. Please don't do that. It's mean and it's unfair, right? Because when you give somebody the chance to get to know them, I think I think I'm a good person, right? And so I love, like I said, I love the people in my life, and I'm grateful that they gave me the chance to get to know me and the real me and the good side of me and the good parts of me. And they don't judge me for my past. Really, that's the truth, is that I don't get judged for my past, and my past sucks. So I'm thankful. Another thing that I want to touch back on too, uh, is that with the communication, man, it's not just for negative stuff, and it's not, and mostly it just, you think of it that way, and the lack of, and people's lack of, and whatever, and yada yada, right? But communication is also so positive. It's super super incredibly positive, right? You can use communication at the best times ever, and you can just really raise the whole um energy, right? You can raise the whole energy of a room or a place or a scenario or an environment just with your communication, right? And you can just be goofy or louder or funny or stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or when you see that people are at work, for an example, Eli pointed this out to me once. Side note, I had Eli come up here for a really bad snowstorm uh this past winter and help. I was working for this company, a bunch of snow removal, and so it ended up being like a 30-hour shift, right? It was nuts, and Eli was so mad at me. He was so mad at me. But it was crazy, but it was so much fun. We had so much fun. Um, and
Yeah,
he pointed.
you have to take those like times where it's like really difficult and the work is difficult and is dragging and the days are long and you have to take those times and figure out a way to make them better,
For
you know,
everyone. Of
for
course
everyone.
they suck. They don't just suck for you, dude. They suck for everyone. Everyone else is sucking and lagging and in a crap mood too. So why can't you be the bearer of smiles and good news? Put the music up, crank the music up. You know what I'm saying? And just be goofy, man. Sing a song, do a dance, tell a joke, be a weirdo, lighten the mood. Um and you can use it for that, or just when you meet people and the energy is amazing, and you keep the great energy, and your communication is just so on point. Sometimes it's you know you can do anything with it. You can get jobs with it. You can meet the most important people in your life with communication. And you never know where you'll end up with the right communication, right? So um I wanted to say that. I don't want everybody to think that everything we talk about is negative. It's not. I'm a huge uh like enforcer of positivity. Like, I always try to speak positive, smile. Like, it's, oh, even when it sucks, man, you gotta fake it till you make it, and that's it. And you just gotta be positive and keep positive vibes and positive energy. And you gotta I don't communicate the best, dude. I wish that I communicated so much more and said and did so much more to the people, with the people that I love and that are important to me. I always want to say so much, and I always feel like I stop short sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And it interferes, I'd say, because my communication isn't the best. It's a work in progress. Um, but I think I've done pretty well with it. I'd say I'm a pretty good communicator at this point. And that means effectually like speaking and listening in both ways, compromising in scenarios and situations, and I'm all right. I'm not the easiest person in the world to deal with, don't get me wrong. I'm a pain in the ass. So the people that love me, I love you too, and thank you for dealing with me and loving me regardless and always being here. And you know, it's been a long ride, man, and um, just love life, dude. I love life. I'm incredibly grateful for my life.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes patience to with people. It takes patience with you too. It does.
Yo, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yo, I know I'm not easy to deal with, and I know like half the time I probably sound like such a dick, but you know I don't mean it. I'm so sorry.
Nah, you're good, man. Think we're
But
good?
yeah, if you want, we can wrap it up. I don't want to make it too long for everybody. I want to be able to I don't want to rush it. I don't want to feel rushed in the things we talk about. And you know, when we do the little 20-30 minute thing, I feel like it's just so much rushed. So I just wanted to be able to talk a little bit more and elaborate a little bit more on some thoughts. And um you know, just shout out to the people that are still here. Shout out to everyone that's struggling and woke up today. I know it sucks sometimes, but you gotta you gotta push through it. Gotta push through it. That's your only choice. So you might as well make the most of it and do it with a smile on your face and just embrace it. Embrace the suckiness. Embrace the fact that it sucks, and but do something about it. Don't sit stagnant. And I'm guilty of that myself. Um, you know, but don't sit stagnant, and just progress is a process. I've got that written down somewhere. I don't I've got it hung up on a sticky note or something. Progress is a process, man. So one step at a time, and you can have a productive day every single day as long as you're doing a little bit. So I just had to schedule a therapy appointment because I missed my last couple of appointments. So uh I just did that, so I got an appointment coming up here soon, so I'm grateful for that. I got a great therapist. Um, so I can't wait. It's been a like super hectic. Yo guys, man, if you guys listen, me and Eli are a little bit sorry that we've been MIA. We, you know, for a little bit, but life's crazy, and you know, working and staying busy, and um just living life. So not when we got the time for this, we put the time in for this, and we want to be here. And I always want to do more. I always can't wait to do the next episode as soon as we're done. Um but we want to keep it real, and we want to keep it regular, right? So just stay with us, man. It's just the beginning. We're doing something incredible. And Eli's my guy, man. And um I'm so glad he's doing this with me, and we have fun.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. Eli's onto a good thing out there right now at the restaurants, and
Yeah.
so proud of Eli for that. And he always was like, "No, no, no, I'm never gonna. I don't like the restaurants." And now
I I
he's over there,
I
and
just
he's
didn't
like,
like the kitchen, you know? So
"Yeah,
I feel like being in the kitchen, you don't get to really see people and talk to people and whatnot. I mean,
no
unless you're a
fun in the
coworker.
kitchen.
It's
No fun."
it's one of those places where you have to make it fun too. Like the people in the kitchen put their music on and they get to work and they but it's not like being out and around people and serving people, and I like that part of it. That's the part that I like. I like serving people, asking them what they need and getting them what they need and
You
showing
get
them
to.
good service.
Oh, it's so exciting, bro. It's so much. It's and we spoke about it, right? I'm so passionate about the restaurant industry. I love it. But you get to be the master of the occasion, for so many different things and for so many different people. Sometimes all in the same day. Sometimes you have a crazy day. I've lived everywhere. I've lived in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Miami, in Texas, and I've always worked in the restaurant industry, and it's always been fantastic to me. And meeting people, and um you just meet such incredible people, and when you get to do those things like, someone's 52nd anniversary and they came and you're the guy bringing them their prime rib, it's like it's got to be perfect, so um everything's, and I love that. I love making people's days special and better, and I love when I can be the captain of the ship, so to say, right? And make that experience awesome, so they could be like, hey, remember that one time we had that really cool waiter? I don't remember his name, but he was really cool. He was good. I hope that's what people say about him. I bet I listen, if listen, I worked at TGI Fridays for a lot of years. I might have been some of y'all's waiter before, I don't know. But one day I was a waiter for a long, long time in the restaurants. Uh so chances are I could have been your waiter a while ago. Um But life is good, man. Life is a wonderful thing. And just make sure that you communicate effectively. Communicate to the people that you love. Be affectionate, man. I'm like I said earlier, I think I mentioned it, but affection, bro. You've got to be so affectionate and don't there's nothing wrong with that, man. And just letting people know you love them, and you don't always got to be like the big brolic, like unemotional tough guy. I don't care. I don't That shit don't bother me, bro. I'm just me, and I'd rather be me, and I'm here to help. I just feel like I've been through so much bad shit in my life. Like at this point, why can't I use that to help people? So, um, I want to use my experience for good. I know you do too. Eli is one of the best kind of people you could meet in your whole life. I mean that. I only keep like really incredible people in my life, everyone in my life is exceptional, absolutely exceptional.
Well, thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
yeah, hell yeah. This is my guy, bro. We were in a play, bro. We literally, I killed you. I got to kill Eli in this play. And it was incredible. I voted for it. It wasn't even supposed to happen, but we
Yeah.
made we made it
Yeah.
happen, and it was
Chris
it was my
communicated that he wanted to kill me in a play. He literally said we should take a vote on if we get to kill Eli, and
yes, 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 and everybody voted for it.
yeah, everybody voted
And
for it.
then not only did we vote to kill Eli, but it was at the hands of me. I got to be the one that killed him. I beat him to death in a play, of course. And it was hilarious and awesome at the same time, and it was so much fun. Um, so this is my boy, man, and incredible dude. Been through hell, man. Eli been through just as much shit as the rest of us, man. So if you're in tune with that and you're too thin for that, then be a part of it.
Yeah,
Be a part of it. Please come join us and like grow this. This can be worldwide. This is something different. This is gonna be worldwide. I'm telling you, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be the same thing as what's already out there. They've got NA, they've got AA. Listen, Mental Health Anonymous is totally different. Totally different. Therapeutic, totally different. It's not based on drugs. Listen, if you get high, you do drugs, we don't care, come here, but it's not the core. You understand? This isn't a 12-step program for recovery. That's not what this is something completely different, and we just are here to talk and figure life out, right? And not for us, but for you, for anybody listening. Like, chime in if you hear something, if you want us to talk about something, if you are like just dying to talk to somebody, hit us up, man. We're gonna start doing these lives, and it's going to be sweet to just be able to talk to people and help people. um so looking forward to it. So stay tuned, and hopefully you stayed and listened this whole time, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna shut up. So Eli can say his piece, and then we can do a little like MHA on three,
Oh no,
like
please
RTA,
no.
like RTA, RTA,
No.
AVP, RTA, RTA on three. One, two, three, RTA.
No, please
No,
no.
no, okay,
No. But
okay.
we can wrap this up though. It's been a good talk. It has been. Communication is super important. I mean, it's almost everything. It's how you express yourself and how, and there's many, many ways to do that. So it can be like overwhelming sometimes, but it doesn't have to be. I think the simple things about communication, like listening and not being reactive, are what we can take away. Um, yeah. But this has been a good episode.
Absolutely. Be bold in your communication too. Don't be unafraid in your communication.
Mm.
Um, and keep your mouth shut too. Shut up. I'm telling myself that too. Always just shut up. Shut up. You know how much less trouble I'd have been in my life if I'd have just shut up?
Ah,
Oh my God. Nothing. I probably wouldn't even been in trouble if I just shut my damn mouth. But you
yeah.
know, I'm learning. So listen, guys, thanks for listening. It's exciting. This is a journey. I love it. This is brand new. We're turning this into something. So if you're listening and you're a stranger to us, to me and Eli, don't be a stranger. Check in. Share this though. Like it, subscribe to it, share it with your people. Please help us blow this up and be a part of it. This isn't just me and Eli can save the world, but anybody listening has the experience in their life and their wisdom that they can help others, right? Everyone is going through something. You can all help others and help yourselves at the same time. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Right? Like it just seems like it makes sense. So you can help yourself by helping others, and you can help others and help yourself at the same time. Really. All you got to do is be unafraid. I don't listen, I feel some type of way about this, right? I'm a little nervous and hesitant to get on the internet and share my life with the whole world, but the reward is so big. The reward is so big if I can just help. You know what I'm saying? And just share my piece and just people can see like, damn, this dude, I can do that, and same with you. Same with you. So, everyone, thank you so much and just make a goal for the day tomorrow, man, and let that goal be to for you to smile and laugh as much as possible and to also make everyone around you smile and laugh as much as possible. Don't be afraid to be a dork and to be a weirdo and um to just
Yeah.
be you, man. Just give love, man. Give love and respect and um make other people's lives better and yours will be better in turn. I swear to God it probably will be. So
Yeah.
with that being said, I'm done. I'm literally shutting up now. I'm not saying another word at all. So episode
Uh,
6, mental health and communication. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much.
peace.